used to think emotions were meant to be solved, identified, handled, set aside. That was how I had been raised, to be composed, measured, obedient. Emotions were acknowledged only when they were convenient, when they did not disrupt order or raise unnecessary questions. But sitting with them, that was new. The realization came one quiet afternoon when I sat alone under the almond tree behind the faculty building. Classes had ended early, and I had nowhere particular to go. Normally, I would have filled the time: library, fellowship walk, errands. Movement was easier than stillness. But that day, I stayed. The breeze rustled the leaves above me, scattering small shadows across my notebook. I stared at the empty page, pen idle in my hand. Nothing urgent needed to be written. And yet, my chest felt heavy. I had been praying consistently, attending fellowship faithfully, serving diligently. From the outside, nothing was wrong. But inside, something was unsettled. The distance still lingered. Not loud enough to confront. Not sharp enough to name. Just present. I realized then that I had been trying to pray my way out of feeling, instead of praying through it. That night, after dinner, I sat on my bed and did something unfamiliar. I allowed myself to feel disappointed. Not sinful disappointment. Not resentment. Just the quiet sadness of unmet expectation. I didn't scold myself for it. I didn't quote scripture to silence it. I let it sit. It was uncomfortable. The next few days, I became more attentive to myself. When Temitayo passed by and greeted me briefly, I noticed the tightening in my chest instead of brushing it aside. When fellowship conversations felt distant, I acknowledged the loneliness instead of burying it under service. It felt strange, like learning a new language. Tumisha noticed the change before anyone else. "You've been quieter," she said one evening as we folded clothes together. "I'm thinking," I replied. About how I feel," I admitted. She laughed softly. "Welcome to the club." Her ease surprised me. "You're not afraid?" I asked. "Of feelings?" She shrugged. "They don't disappear because you ignore them. They just grow louder." That night, her words stayed with me. During prayer, I didn't ask God to remove anything. I asked Him to help me understand what I was feeling. And something shifted. Not resolution. Acceptance. A few days later, Temitayo stopped me after fellowship. "Modupe," he said, "can we talk for a moment?" My heart jumped, then steadied. "Yes," I said. We stood near the entrance, familiar ground by now. "I want to be honest," he said. "I've been distant. That wasn't fair to you." I appreciated that he named it. "I needed space," he continued. "Not because of you. Because I didn't know how to hold responsibility and emotion at the same time." I listened carefully. "I understand," I said. He looked relieved. "I didn't want to create confusion," he added. "You didn't," I replied. And for the first time, I meant it. Because something had changed in me. I no longer needed clarity to feel grounded. As we parted ways, I realized something important. Emotions didn't need immediate answers. They needed acknowledgement. And faith didn't require emotional numbness. It required honesty. That night, I wrote in my journal. "Today, I learned that feeling deeply does not make me weak. It makes me human. And God is not afraid of my humanity."